Hey y'all, what up? How y'all doing? Long time no see. Okay. Happy May 2024 to all of you. And I want to get on here and do a little quick video because May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And I want to get on here and just give some words of encouragement for my own journey with quote unquote mental illness and how I was cured from it through baptism. So, as many of you guys may have known that if people who follow me on social media, like on my social media platforms, I talked about this rather in the past a lot about when I was diagnosed with GAD, that's general anxiety disorder. And I was diagnosed, I believe it was 2017, somewhere around 2017, 2018, somewhere around in there, okay, at the University of Chicago Medical Center. And I was battling with that for like many years, really since I had symptoms of it since I was a kid, because I you know how it was explained to me in the research I did that it was through my family line. But I want to get on here and just let people know who may be struggling with quote unquote mental illness, and I'm doing quote unquote mental illness because there's a reason for it. I would encourage anybody who's dealing with any type of mental illness, whether it be anxiety like I did, depression, or anything more serious like bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, cyclothymia, all of those conditions. I would encourage everyone that is suffering with any of those mental illness conditions, or like I said with me with anxiety and all that, to go and get baptized. Go and get baptized. Go to your local church and have a pastor, a minister, a leader of the church baptize you. Because when I tell you, when I went and got baptized, all of my anxiety melted away. And what people don't realize, think about what mental health, that's a spiritual thing, and sometimes a lot of these things that we experience as adults, a lot of that stuff comes through like from supernatural, through like family lines. You know how they always say generational curses? But even with that thing, what they say generational curses, that's a spiritual thing. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's a cure for it. The cure for mental illness is baptism and surrendering. It's really surrendering yourself to Almighty Elohim and believing in Him and getting baptized and water in the Spirit. Because I want to tell y'all something. The supernatural is extremely real. And a lot of these things people be dealing with, they call them heavy spirits, and this is in the Bible, so it's not like I'm just taking this off the top of my head. Get into your Bible, get baptized, get into Elohim's Word, and really ingest it and really read the whole Bible so you can see what I mean. These mental illnesses, these are just really demonic spirits attaching themselves to you. Because really, I could say this because it's in the Bible. Because I'm almost done reading the Bible. Okay, I'm on I got 4 more chapters. Took up 4 more books to go. So and I grew up like I went to Bible camp, Bible witness camp, do Awana club and all this other stuff. So this is something I grew up with. But even in the word, even in Elohim's Word, when you're born, it says you're born into the world, so you're born into sin. So that's, now not to say you're gonna be perfect, but what I'm saying is, within the supernatural, these demonic spirits, they see this and they follow you from childhood. Do you see what I'm saying? So until you and this is nobody is exempt from this at some point in their life. They're gonna just deal with it, and with some type of mental distress, whatever, because you're living. You see what I'm saying? You're living in the world. You're living life. You see what I'm saying? And until you go and get baptized, that is going to exacerbate. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. Do you see what I'm saying? This stuff is extremely real. So, I mean, you know, I know a lot of people be thinking like, oh, you know, that ain't real, God ain't real, and all this other stuff. That's just make believe. It's mythical and all this other. I want to say all this other dumb shit, but it is. I mean, practically, it's dumb. It is. It's dumb. It's dumb because you have no idea, and if you don't want to, you know, believe that, that's on you. I'm going to encourage you to get baptized. That's on you if you don't want to believe it. But hey, your church, the pastor tells you this. When you go to church, they say open doors. Say want to give your life to Christ. That's the time for you to get baptized. They tell you this. Like all of this stuff is on social media. Everybody's telling you the Elohim's word. It's in His word, and it's irrefutable. So there you go. The evidence is there. You see what I'm saying? And I think when I express this to people, and they're like, oh, I don't, you know, you acting coming off like this and that, and I'm like, okay, I don't care about none of that. Because when I say that my experience with baptism and the supernatural is real, that's what it is. Because I'm living my whole demeanor and me being off of medicine, that's proof of it. Because I was on Lexapro for years. Okay, and then being on the being on the Lexapro, like it was like turning my brain into mush. It was like messing with my memory. I couldn't remember it. I could barely remember things. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see all what that was? You see what I'm saying? The mental illness, all that is like that's like dealing with heavy spirits. And yo, I want to tell y'all something too, while we're on the topic. About like staying away. Remember when I got on here and talked to you guys about, and this goes into the mental illness thing, and how like these demonic, say those, but for her, but just in general, like demonic spirits. If you be dabbling in weird things, and just period. Now this is just period. But I'm saying if you even dabble in like things of like unclean practices, dark practices like divination and all that stuff, all that astrology stuff. That it'll open up portals to your soul, and demons will attach to that, and they'll make you seem like you're gonna go crazy type of thing. There was a news story about this young lady. She was a big YouTube astrologer. Okay, now and I remember I posted my videos about how I used to watch these videos a lot. Okay, and opening portals for demonic attachment. And you know this chick, she was doing this for years. Do you know this chick went crazy and like tried to kill? I don't know if she actually killed somebody. I'll post a story and link below. But she like tried to kill her whole family, dabbling in that stuff. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like just. I'm telling you, look, this is bottom line. Baptism is important, okay? Baptism really cures all really emotional ills or mental ills that you may be experiencing. It really pulls those heavy spirits off of you. Because if this is the thing, if Jesus had to do it, Jesus himself, that's Yeshua. So if Jesus himself had to do it, nobody's exempt, because Jesus was baptized by John the Baptist. So he's God in living form at that time. So if he had to do it, nobody's exempt from baptism. Now, so that should tell you right there. If Jesus himself had to do it, everybody has to do it. No one's exempt. So all these people talk about well, God know my heart and all that other stuff. Okay, yeah. I was there before I got baptized. I wasn't no bad person or anything like that. I wasn't a bad person. But I wasn't baptized, so that kind of cut me off from Elohim. Because anybody can tell you that, I'm sure that has been baptized can tell you that it totally changed your life, and they actually can feel God's presence upon them. So do you see what I'm saying? So that's what I want to come here and say. And, you know, and even after you get, you know, baptized, and this is do that. Get baptized, repent, you know. And if you have like some, like, you know, childhood traumas or whatever you may be dealing with, I'm a strong believer in self-care. I'm a strong believer in therapy and all that stuff, like talking your emotions out and all that other stuff, you know, because it's a process. Because after after you are baptized, you're going to experience some spiritual warfare. You know what I'm saying? And it's so crazy, like, because before I got baptized, I would hear people like online, like pastors and stuff, talk about spiritual warfare and all this other stuff. I would just be like, what are they talking about? And what are they talking about? And like fighting demons and stuff like that. And they're like, I'm like, what are you talking about? I found out. So yeah, so you know, yeah, so I would encourage that, you know, and like I said, strong believer in self-care. You know, ain't nobody judging you but you, people. You can't care about that. You gotta think about your life and here and the hereafter. Okay. You have to think about those things. You can't care about what nobody think about you, your belief in God, your faith, and nothing else. Because you have to live for you, and this life is about free choice, free will and free choice. You have to make the best decision for you. Like I said, I believe in, you know, self-care. You know, if you okay. You know, for me, I always go to like do self-care things. Like I get my massages. You know, I go, like, if I can, like, no, go when I can afford it. Do like little things, you know, manis, petties, whatever, like beauty little sessions or whatever I do. Beauty sessions, whatever. Get my little beauty appointments, whatever. Do my little things to make me feel pretty and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, buy myself flowers all the time. You know what I'm saying? To make me feel pretty and feminine. You know, stuff that's just gonna feed myself and make me feel good about myself. You get what I'm saying? You know. So that's what I mean, people. So yeah. Oh, and shout out. I'm sorry. I love this cafe. I go to this cafe often. It's called Coffee, Hip Hop, and Mental Health. And it's here in Chicago. So if you're ever in the city, I just want a cool place to go hang out with no judgment. Because again, nobody's judging you but you. And go and check them out. They have some dope coffee selections, coffee and tea selections, and it's run by a wonderful man who, like, you know, who overcame a lot, and now he's running his own successful business dedicated to mental health. So yeah, so that's really what I want to get on here. It's Mental Health Awareness Month, the Mental Health Awareness Month, and say and encourage you guys to, like, yeah, take that step in your life to go get baptized. Because you never know. Nobody's life is like, nobody's days on this earth is like promised. So you want to do it, repent, and just, you know, think about the rest later. You know, afterwards, go get your therapy. You know, whatever you have to do, but do that first, because that is imperative. So I'm saying it's imperative for your life, for your natural life here and now, and your eternal soul in the afterlife. I'm serious. Trust me when I say this, and trust God when He tells you to get that, because this is a real thing. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, that's all I want to say. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Enjoy your Friday, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.